I am Peter Capo Bangura. I'm the Director of Mines at the National Minerals Agency. And this agency was established by an Act of Parliament in 2012. And we started operation in 2013. And the main function of this agency is to see how we can effectively and efficiently manage the mineral resources of this country. When His Excellency the President, Dr. Ernest Bai Koroma, was elected in 2007, he was really concerned about how the mineral sector was being managed and how he, as President, could work with institutions to see how we reverse the resource curves. And a number of experts were pulled together to look holistically at the sector and advise the President. At the end of the exercise, they came up with a number of recommendations, but two important recommendations that I want to share with you. One was to establish the National Minerals Agency, which is this agency that I work for, and most importantly, to revise the existing legal framework at the time that introduces the 2009 Mines and Minerals Act, which introduces a number of licenses and a clear license acquisition process that investor can easily follow and increase on the predictability of license issuance. I can tell you, for now, you can come in as an investor, you put in your application for say an exploration license, the return time within 30 days you get your license. Before this time, that never happened. And also in this act, the emphasis was transparency. How are we going to make this sector transparent? There's section 159, 160 of that act clearly stresses the need for transparency in the sector. And of course, you know, because of the strides taken by His Excellency the President and our Honorable Minister, Alhaji Minkalu Mansaye, working together with other stakeholders, in 2014, Sierra Leone became EITI compliant. For the very first time in the history of this country, you go to our website, you go to the ministry's website, you will see contract agreements between the government of Sierra Leone and investors. So there's been tremendous improvement in the general, regulatory framework in the mineral sector, and most importantly, the license tenure and the protection of investment. We all know that before the Ebola struck, Sierra Leone enjoyed double-digit growth due to large-scale investment in the iron ore sector. That alone should tell investors that Sierra Leone is the place to be. That exploration started way back in 2004. Millions of dollars, if not billions, were spent into that investment, and we saw the importance of that. And now government worked very hard, collaboratively with the company to ensure that they get their return on investment. So a direct answer to your question would be, I think we're ready. We've made to the direction and leadership of the President, His Excellency Dr. Ernest Bai Koroma, and the Honorable Minister of Mines, Alhaji Minkalu Mansaye, we've made concrete steps to ensure that we attract the right investment and support them for a win-win situation for them and the people of this country. Oh, interesting. I did my first degree in civil engineering, Rabi College, and I worked a few years with the road sector, the Sierra Leone Roads Authority, and I was fortunate, being a Sierra Leonean. After the war, when the Commonwealth Commission, they did a needs assessment survey, they realized that we need more mining engineers. So I was fortunate to benefit from a Commonwealth scholarship to the UK, and I graduated with a master's degree from Camborne School of Mines in the UK, and I came back. I worked with the largest mining operation in the country, and by the way, I'm the first Sierra Leonean mining engineer to be employed in that mine. But working in that mine with experts, South Africans, Australians, I learned a lot. But my passion I realized was way beyond that, because mining is a very enclosed operation. When you work in a mine site 6 to 6 every day, what you focus on is just production. I became more interested in supporting government, you know, work together with, other young people in the country to see how we can change the lives of our people. And I realized that there's no way I can do that working in a mine site. So I took a bold step. I left a very lucrative job, which, working as a mining engineer in the largest operation, of course, you know how much the remuneration will be around. So I decided to join the agency for one reason. And the reason is I benefited from a Commonwealth scholarship to study in the UK, to come back and give to my people. And I think the only way I can do that is to work in government. And I've been enjoying the support from our big bosses. The key challenge that most regulatory agencies in Africa are facing, and it's a cross-cutting issue, is the lack of geological knowledge. That is very key. As a country, we need to get a better understanding of the economic geology of this country. And I just want to re-emphasize again the commitment from the top, His Excellency the President and the Honorable Minister. We are in a very advanced stage to see how we can generate geological knowledge through the use of unmanned drones to do a national aeromagnetic survey. At a time when commodity prices are constantly plummeting, there's going to be, fierce competition amongst countries in Africa to attract the right investment. You, as a country, what you want to do is to better place yourself to attract that investment. And how are you going to do that? Is to set the right regulatory and legal framework, and also to have information that you can show to these investors to attract them. And the government has taken steps in the right direction, and I can tell you very soon this country is going to be flooded with investment. People are going to scramble to rush and come back to Sierra. Of course, they know Sierra Leone for diamonds, gold, iron ore, rutile, but we're taking it a step further. Not just working on our core minerals policy to ensure that we make the license process more predictable, to ensure that we encourage investors and make the environment more conducive for them to invest. But we are also going to ensure that there's data for them to come and start from. There's no better place you can find right now to invest. Small country, 6 million people, huge potential. And I must say this in this interview that the last geological survey that was done, national, was in the 60s. The iron ore mine, the company that I worked for, back in those days when they did the survey, the results came out, they said it was around 400 to 600,000 tons of ore sitting on that hill. But because of advancement in technology, because of huge resources put into the investigation, we're talking about 12.8 billion tons. That tells you something, that this country is largely underexplored. Largely underexplored. And I want to say this, after these reforms that I'm talking about, after the completion of the core minerals policy, and which is going to happen very soon, we're in the advanced stage, and after the generation of this data, Sierra Leone would be the best place to invest in the world. Sierra Leone is ready for investment in the mineral sector. We've made advancements in the legal and regulatory framework, and we're in the process of generating geological data to sell out to the world. We're ready as a country to attract the right investment. Over the years, we've attracted some investors that are not good. Investors that come, get the mineral rights, and go and trade it on the stock exchange. I have a responsibility, and as the Director of Mines, we're going to ensure that with the support of the Honorable Minister, we're going to in full implement the use it or lose it rule. When you get your mineral right, you have to explore. You have to graduate into a mine, and then you provide jobs for the youths in this country. And then people of this country are going to benefit more. But if you are an investor who is interested in just getting the license to trade, Sierra Leone is not the right place for you. Sierra Leone is the right place for investors that are serious in this business. So our arms are wide open. We are enjoying very strong leadership from our President, His Excellency the President, and a very seasoned Honorable Minister of Mines, Alhaji Minkailu Mansaye. Now is the best time to come.